Hello everyone, my name is TNG Street Rider, and I am back with another Marvel Heroes gameplay highlight, this time featuring Nightcrawler. Okay, so Nightcrawler is the newest hero that will be joining the roster for Marvel Heroes. He'll be released, he's supposed to be released on January 30th, 2014, and he is a melee rogue stealth kind of character. So I'm going to go ahead and show you his trees real quick. He has 3 trees, as you can see. All characters do. He has the Cunning Acrobatics tree. This tree focuses around stealth and teleporting into stealth, and when you come out of stealth you do extra damage. So very interesting power sets here. In here is one of his melee basic attacks called Sneak Attack. I'll show you what that looks like in case you're interested in it. This is what Sneak Attack looks like. Very acrobatic, very fast. Does bonus damage based upon how long after you've been out of stealth. Go ahead and we'll look at his second tree, which is Rapid Teleporter. Rapid Teleporter tree deals with all of his teleportation attacks, and I say that because according to Gazillion that's what it is, but there are actually teleport attack animations in the other trees as well. It's just that this is the tree where all of the skills are actually marked as teleport, which is very important because Nightcrawler has a passive 1 step ahead, which when you use a teleport power will raise your damage and defense rating for 4 seconds. It raises it by a lot too. Also he has Blink Strike, which is going to be one of his core skills, and his very first basic attack is called Agile Strike. I'll go ahead and show you guys that real quick. That's his basic attack, and as you can see he teleports in the middle of it. Has decent range, so does the other one, but neither one of them are the ones that I use personally. And that is because his third tree is called Expert Swordsman, which is my favorite tree, and it's one that I think a lot of people will probably get over to. His Saber Swipe, which is the move you start off with. You also start off with Agile Strike in this tree and Cunning Strike, and Incredible Acrobatics in this tree. I actually don't use this skill though. I do, however, use Swashbuckler Slash. Fantastic basic power. Actually has the widest range out of all of his basic powers. That's a cool little animation for it right there. And it does actually have bonus crit rating for that power. So very useful, very useful. That and combined with the Master Swordsman passive that will apply a bleed for 4 seconds whenever you hit with a sword power, and it has additional critical rating for the sword powers. Very powerful stuff indeed, and really kind of gives Nightcrawler a lot of damage, over time potential. In addition, he has a new move that they just put in called X-Slash. This is a great DPS move for hitting either single target or a few clumped up mobs. It does have a nice little cone effect in it. Very quick little slash there, but nice power overall. Flying Saber, which is not a skill that I have currently, but I may use it in live. The reason why I don't use it currently is because it is tagged as a movement power, and if they replace that movement tag with the teleport tag, then it would be a great little skill to use. And then he has Deadblow, which is literally just a death blow. I can show you guys that real quick. So it's got a 3-second cooldown. It has a really nice animation actually. Very fast animation, but it's a little bit underpowered right now, so not something that I personally use. So to go over my main build, I use for my basic attack the Swashbuckler Slash, really nice. I use Dive Bomb, which is again a Death from Above, Captain America type. Miss Marvel, Ghost Rider, they all have it. They've gone ahead and put it on Nightcrawler as well, and it does have a very nice animation, so not bad. It is a custom animation for him as well, not nearly as copy and pasted as something like the early Iron Man and the early versions of the Miss Marvel were. So pretty nice, very nice stuff indeed. Next to that, I also use Brimstone Beatdown, which I can't show you right this moment because it's specifically for when I'm attacking mobs. Well, actually, I can show you right here. But basically, you stay in place and you teleport, and he just keeps teleporting all around. There you go. And that's Brimstone Beatdown. Pretty cool move. It does 40% extra damage to bosses and elites. I'm not quite sold on it to where I'll use it on live, but it's a pretty nice looking skill. And very fun to play around with. Blink Strike is a bounce skill, very similar to Captain America's shield or Loki's bouncing bolts. The only difference is that Nightcrawler is the one that bounces instead, so I'll go ahead and show you that here.
You're going down, pal. I ain't scared of you.
I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but you see how he bounces around. Really cool stuff. Really nice animation on that. So it actually has a very wide range. Pretty nice stuff. Definitely gonna be one of his more basic moves. Alright. Next up we have, I use my teleport, just standard movement stuff. Same as Loki's, same as Deadpool, same as Cable's. Only difference is, unlike Loki's, there is no extra stats to it. It's purely for teleporting. That's it. On here I use Righteous Fury, which is actually his signature attack, which I will show you guys in a moment. And because I've already showed you the dive bomb, I'm actually going to switch out my dive bomb skill because there's a skill that I like more, and it's called Inferno Brimstone, which is a basic dot power. Looks a lot like Ghost Rider's Hellfire, but it's purple and does a lot of damage. Really nice stuff. Definitely a skill that most players will probably take for their own Nightcrawler. And other than that, on H I have one of his passives, which is called Heartseeker's Guard, and as you can see, it does crit and dodge and restores 5.2 spirit per second, even though it does reduce his spirit by 20. So overall, you'll see that Nightcrawler, he's not a tank. He is definitely a melee rogue type character. Think about the World of Warcraft rogue with the stealth and the all that good stuff. He does a lot of damage. He cannot take a real big punishment. Right now, this is actually a tier 4 red terminal at the level 60s range, but he can clear these fine. It's not really a big deal. But I did go into a cosmic terminal with him, and actually I did a couple of cosmic terminals with him, and they are not easy. They are definitely something that will take some skill, and you're really gonna have to understand Nightcrawler to get through them without dying a bunch of times. I know even on, I believe it was Shocker, I died 5 times, which is very unusual because Shocker is one of the bosses that I fought the most, and you know, he was just taking a beating. I mean, you can see here, even though it's a red terminal, I'm already down pretty low on health. He can regenerate HP with one of his Shadow Meld skills. I believe it is this one right here, Shadow Meld. It regenerates health while he's stealthed, but it's only for 5 seconds. And it's really part of his Cunning Acrobatics skill. It's not something that I currently use. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind when you're building your... Something to keep in mind when you're building your Nightcrawler, because you really... you're going to need to have either Life on Hit with the Lumeria Relics or Shadow Meld. Neither of which I have right now because I did not feel like unbinding my Lumeria Relics from Hawkeye to put onto Nightcrawler. So a little lazy. I'm playing the price, but it doesn't make the game unplayable for him. It just means I have to be a little bit more careful, which is not really that big of a deal for me. But if you're not used to playing melee characters, maybe you really just were waiting for Nightcrawler, or you're really used to playing ranged characters, you're probably going to die a lot getting used to him and the way he plays. He is definitely squishy. He does deal reasonable damage. Not the highest that I've seen out of Marvel characters, but enough, I would say, to where he doesn't feel underpowered or weak at all. which is a really nice change of pace. Because some people, when it comes to melee, they pretty much only play Wolverine, and some people now are playing Captain America, but I still don't think Captain America was amazing. But this is not the Captain America video, this is the Nightcrawler video. And you know, Nightcrawler is actually my favorite X-Men. He's the character that I've been waiting for a very long time. Ever since they put up that poll, I think it was last year, maybe even I think it was actually 2012 they put up the poll. And you know, Nightcrawler was either 1 or 2 with Gambit, and I've been waiting for those two ever since then. And Nightcrawler is definitely the character that I was looking forward to playing. And Gazillion has done an amazing job on Nightcrawler. His voice actor actually sounds like the same one from the old Nightcrawler cartoons, and the Nightcrawler, like the Marvel animated movies. I'm not sure if that is him or not, but he's done a fantastic job. He sounds authentic, and it's just very well voice acted. All of his Shadow Meld powers, of course, also are doing great visual effects. I mean, it's kind of hard to make sound effects for a teleporting character because no one knows what teleporting sounds like, because there is no teleporting. But Gazillion's gone ahead and done a great job with the sound design on Nightcrawler once again. And sound design, if you haven't watched some of my videos, is where I think the guys over at Gazillion really shine when it comes to these characters. So much love is given to the characters to make them sound authentic, and when they sound authentic, they feel a little bit more authentic, and that's really nice for the people who have been waiting for the characters for a very long time, like myself. All in all, you can see that in this red terminal, I really don't have too much trouble as Nightcrawler. He does so much damage that it's really not a big issue. Again, this is a red terminal, which is one of the higher level terminals, a little more difficult in the game. Not the highest difficulty because there are cosmic terminals in the game now. But I felt that this was a good way to showcase Nightcrawler's ability to deal a lot of damage. So here is his signature power. It's going to let him teleport rapidly and do damage at each spot I teleport to. So, and you can activate it up to 5 times, and then it goes on cooldown for 40 seconds. Really cool power, does a lot of damage. And now, to finish off the video, I'm going to give you a look at his Brimstone Blitz, which is his ultimate power. Gives him invulnerability, and it works for 10 seconds. Okay, so let's take a look. As you can see, he does damage to everything standing inside of his Brimstone Blitz. You are immobile during this, but on some bosses they'll move away, on others it'll be fine. But it does absolutely amazing damage. It does damage to everything in the area, and it really makes Nightcrawler shine as a melee rogue type of character. Again, he does have the 3 trees, so you can build him the 3 different ways, and I recommend highly checking out his different builds. I think a lot of people will like his stealth mechanic just because maybe a lot of people don't like Black Panther or don't like Daredevil. Well, you can go ahead and try it with Nightcrawler, and it seems to be more potent. There's more thought behind it, in my opinion, which is really nice because Nightcrawler is kind of this sneaky type character, and he definitely feels like that in game. And this is going to be the end of the video. I do want to apologize for my voice. I am unfortunately a little bit sick, but I still hope you enjoyed this Marvel Heroes gameplay preview. And I do want to show you guys quickly his classic costume, which is this. So this is a little bit more iconic to some of you. As you can see, he looks fantastic. The costume is unfortunately still $9.50. The character is going to be $9.50 at release, and 400 Eternity Splinters if you don't want to pay cash. But this was your gameplay highlight featuring Nightcrawler. He again will be released on January 30th, 2014, and I hope you guys enjoy the game. I'll see you guys next month with Moon Knight, believe it or not. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. Take care.